Alright, welcome to the video, guys. So we're going to be taking a look at the Covenanter and also the A20 today if I die early in the Covenanter, which is likely to happen. I wanted to play these two vehicles. I've been trying to get 100% on both of them. We are at 98.72 on this one and 98.60 on this one. I was at one time 100% with the A20, and now it has since gone down a little bit, but one thing I wanted to tell you guys is if you are looking to, for whatever reason, pad your WN8, this vehicle and also the Covenanter are fantastic vehicles to do that in. If you guys have any kind of common sense, basically, with playing light tanks, you will have a few thousand WN8 easily with any map. I mean, Tier 5, people are not that good at Tier 5, to be honest with you, but if you set these vehicles up, kind of like I have them set up, you know, put a little coin or gold or whatever into the crew, you will perform very well on these vehicles. They're just so easy to play because, I should say, maybe they're not easy to play. The Covenanter is a little weird because it has the, similar to the Lux, it has a gun that can only go 400 meters and its speed is not that good. But with these vehicles, not a lot of people play them, guys, and what happens when you have basically nobody play vehicles is the expected values and basically the standards for playing that vehicle are very, very low. So with this tank, like, I'm not even bragging about how I play, it's just I can pretty much 100% these vehicles as a, I would say, a slightly above average light tank player, right? At tier 10, doing that with a light tank in any of these tech trees, it's nearly impossible because there's so many better players at tier 10 and so many more people usually playing those vehicles. So hopefully that makes sense. I'm going to show you guys how I have this thing set up. I do run rations on it. We have a 3 skilled crew, I guess you can say 2.5. I'm running basically concealment, situational awareness, sixth sense, you know, these things for dispersion, your standard, you know, layout, loadout, whatever for the crew. And over here, you can see the dispersion is not that bad, the aiming time is not that bad, it actually has decent DPM, and where this vehicle shines is it also has really good gun depression, but I don't really notice that in battle, and the concealment's even pretty good. Where this thing kind of lacks, though, is with its speed. So I do run the turbo on it, and I got the bounty turbo for it, and then I run vents and I run optics, and doing this with the optical calibration or whatever this is called, plus the situational awareness recon, I'm able to get it to 444 view range, and I run it without binocs. Where this thing is excelling is when you can poke out from like a building, smack someone 4 times with the weird kind of auto-loader clip that this thing has, and dish out really massive damage at tier 5. It does 45 to 75 damage. That's an average of, I think, what, 60 damage per shot, right? And you can, if you're hitting someone 4 times, keep in mind this is 240 damage in a matter of, I don't know, 2 seconds. So this tank is really powerful, and not a lot of people play it, I think, because of the lack of speed, maybe slightly in the lack of spotting, but also because the gun only goes 400 meters out and stuff like that. And it's just a weird kind of awkward tank. But if you set it up this way, you can kind of eliminate its, you know, bad parts, right? So we're going to go ahead into the battles, and I think I've talked about everything I want to talk about. Yeah, we're 3.5 minutes into this video, so let's get into the games. If I do die, we will play the A20, and the A20 is a much more standard kind of light tank. Its DPM is actually insane, it's just the pen is kind of low on it. So, but you know, I can do a session on that if someone would like to see it. But what I want to do is probably try and 100% this Covenanter, so we will see how it goes. And yeah, I mean, this tank, you will see what I'm talking about when we get into the battles, guys. Depending on, like, it's a tier 5 game, so this is pretty good. And the map, like, this is not a really great map for the Covenanter, but we're going to try and make it work. Probably go to, like, 890. These things are so good. I'm not sponsoring this drink, but I'm telling you guys, these things are so good, man. I'm not a vitamin water person or Propel or anything like that. I don't like flavored water when it doesn't have fizz. These have fizz, so it's 10 times better. Alright, so you can see the acceleration on this thing, not the best. The speed, we're only going to get to about 60 kilometers an hour. That's with bounty turbo, keep in mind. I think it adds like 5 or 6 kilometers an hour in front, forward speed rather. And we have an A20 here. And looks like Chaffee, Covenanter, Leopard. So there's 3 enemy light tanks, and again, this is all tier 5. So I'm actually going to try and get slightly aggressive with this thing. I'm hoping that I don't see the Leopard here, or the enemy Covenanter, because these are tanks that I don't really feel like facing yet, right? So here's the Leopard, and Covenanter's here. Okay. I usually like this is Pilsen, okay. I never remember the names of these maps. Wow, did Artie just kill that guy? Jeez. Pilsen is one of those maps, guys, that I'm very uncomfortable playing in this area, like, at first, right? Like, at the beginning of the game, I just don't like playing on this map, because it's just kind of open, and it's very difficult to spot this line unless you're going to go that direction, right? We have nobody over there, really. And yeah, I'm spotted here. So this implies to me that there might be, like, people in here, someone else. But this is what I like to try and do at the start. So here we go. It was Chaffee that was spotting me. But we're able to spot him from here. And look at this Artie, man. I'm going to start getting out of here. But yeah, this is what I like doing, because you could spot people. If they don't push right and don't stay down, you can spot them from coming up this hill. So I usually do that. So we get 338 spotting. This might be a very low damage game, like, in my honest opinion. It's just, like, with this map, it's very difficult in a tank like this that only has 400 meters of effective, gun range, basically, to do a lot of damage. But again, it all depends on how the game turns out, right? So let's do this. And again, we have no CVS or anything at this tier. We're 444 view range. And the tank is kind of slow, so you have to be kind of cautious in how you press, right? Alright, so what I'm going to try and do at this point is run this way. There we go, SU-85. And yeah, this is what I mean, guys. Like, we're probably going to... So, this tank, like, I forgot I didn't have my repair kit on, but with this tank, like, it's very, very hard to make pressure in this vehicle because its acceleration is very slow and its top speed is very slow. So if we were in another tank, I probably could have made this work, but unfortunately we weren't able to. We do have the A20 and the Leopard here, so what I'm going to do is we'll play the A20 one game and we'll come back to this vehicle, and yeah, 338 spotting, I mean, whatever, I'll take it. It's Pilsen, man. But it's, in my opinion, for me, that's like a really bad performance. But like, the thing is, guys, I tell you this, when I get on these maps like Pilsen, I'm never that upset about playing a bad game, because when maps are just utter shit for light tanks, it kind of gives you an excuse, right, to have a bad performance. So let's play the A20, and this will give some differences for this video, so you guys can kind of check out both tanks if you want. And these are not premiums or anything like that, guys. These are the Tech Tree light tanks. They're not even in the reserves or anything like that. So we're going to be on Sand River. Again, this is not a good map for a light tank. Tier 5, Tier 6 matchmaking. And the thing about the last game as well, guys, is risk kind of equals reward in a lot of ways. So if you're able to make that play work and get into the little pocket underneath the hill there, where the enemy tank destroyers sit, it could pay off because you can spot everybody and you're safe, and then people have to rush you to try and clean you up, basically. So that's why I made that play, in case anyone is wondering. And most of the time it works, but I think it's just this vehicle, it's just very slow, right, the Covenanter. So you could tell the difference already immediately, like with the A20, like we're flying compared to the Covenanter. So yeah, we're doing like 71 already. So what I'm going to do with this vehicle is I run it with optics and the binocs, and then I guess it's like vents or whatever the heck else I have on it. And what I'm going to do with this is I'm going to run this way, see if we can get some initial spots on people that are coming towards us on the K line. I find the K line to be very effective at winning a game on this map. Alright, I see nothing here, and like people are making good pressure here, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you guys something you can do. This is risky, but it can pay off. So here's Basoto, whatever you call that thing. And look at this, you can spot people like this, and you can stay safe right here. If there's arty, you got to be careful, there's no arty. But I've had a lot of people do this to me when I'm sitting up here, and they'll come up to this area and they'll, you know, freaking spank me right here, and it's annoying as all hell. Yeah, I'm not even spotted here. Wild, man. Alright, we're gonna hang out. North is not doing much. We have a good amount of TDs. And yeah, this is what we're doing, guys. Like, there's no reason to really make any pressure at this time. It's only 2 minutes into the game, so... Spot Cromwell over here. I'm not spotted by this guy. I'll take one at him. This tank, because of the low damage per shot, it's almost not even worth it to take these types of shots, right? Maybe in like the mid-tier, what do you call them? Chinese tanks, you can try and do this, and it looks like we won the game in the Covenanter. That's good. I mean, we were pushing that line really hard, so... but yeah, the damage per shot on this vehicle, it's almost not even worth it to take these shots. I was going to say the mid-tier Chinese tanks usually hit a little bit harder, so it might be worth it to take shots at people, right? Like these single shots, like so. But I think the thing with this tank is also the DPM is so crazy, right? That you can get 2 shots off. So yeah, I guess it's almost the same thing. So what I'm going to do is I'm noticing that the north is pretty much gone, and at this point, like, the T-3485s have pretty good view range, so I'm going to leave him on his own, and we're going to go and try and support like these guys over here and stuff. Yeah, the pen is not that great. It really isn't. Nor the accuracy. I really didn't kill that guy. Oh well. Okay. So, and you can see, look, we've done 284 damage, guys, and we're already at the light blue for XVM ratings, right? Like, it's just insane, like, absolutely insane, the amount in terms of damage that you need to get, like, a great score in these vehicles. Like, you just need a few hundred damage, and you're solid. And you know, it's very simple to do that if you're a decent player, right? Obviously, in the last game, we did no damage, but I can easily make up for that and just playing, like, a 1,000 damage game, and we're right back to where we started, pretty much, so... Alright, I'm trying to think of how I want to play this. Because they're pushing from the mid, too. Like, I could take a position, like, right here. Load APCRs and just try and spank some people, but... I think this game's pretty much over. This guy not even spotting? Ouch. Ouch. There's T1. I'm going to be perma spotted here. Why is this guy not shooting me? Oh, maybe I wasn't spotted anymore because the Cromwell left, but that's alright. So we did 935 damage, 460 assist, and like this is a 4,500 WN8 game, guys, like without even trying, right? So this is the example that I'm making for you guys, is like if you really wanted to pad WN8, which I never recommend because I don't really do it, but you can easily do it in these vehicles. So, alright. And yeah, you're not going to make a lot of coin. You got to shoot a lot of APCRs, right, in both of these tanks because the pen just isn't satisfactory, right? So on that map, all we really did to kind of talk through my strategy is just notice that the entire map is breaking down. Get to a position where I can just keep poking out, dealing damage, poking out, dealing damage until the game ends. There's nothing you can do at that point. You just have to let it go, and that's it. So get to an area where you can dish out maybe a couple shots, and that's it. We did 848 assists actually on this map, so that's not terrible for the combined score. But yeah, I'm like to have a 0 damage game. It's very rare for me, but I'm just gonna go ahead and show you guys this. Like it happens. It can happen to anybody. You know, I don't mind. You know, it is what it is. But that map is just really difficult for light tanks at any tier, really. So keep this in mind. All right, so this is an interesting map, Wide Park, in the fact that I believe it only sees up to tier 6. So when you're anything more than a tier 6, you won't see this map. It's pretty rare to get this map, actually. But I'm going to show you how to play this. Are we the only light? There's one more light. So there's a Lux with me and another tier 4. I guess it's the Duck on their team. So what I like to do is basically what anybody else would do in a light tank is just run the ridge line. And you can do this. Just one thing you got to be really, really careful about on this map, guys, that I feel like a lot of people don't understand is, and we can run the ridge line here because I know I'm spotted, right? But people won't be able to really hit me from here. Just do this real quick. One thing you have to be really careful about on this map is crossfire. Like people will poke up here, they'll poke up right here, and they'll shoot this way. They'll poke up over here, and they'll shoot this way. And that's kind of how good players can make this map work. You have to be extremely, extremely cautious of this because you will get hit by like all kinds of people. Like see this guy doing right now, the P26. So this is what you have to be careful about. Let's see. Where's this guy? I don't want to cross this street. Okay. But yeah, I don't even sit where the P26 is because I don't even want to risk the crossfire, right? Pretty much. So. So I'm going to go basically to where this guy is. We'll challenge him a little bit, make him timid about poking this. And that'll keep my P26 safe. And then you just have to be careful of it from the other side, right? So. So they challenged him, now I'm good to make this play. And that's all I'm doing is just watching like where I'm going to be safe, right? And you got to watch the RE too. And just keep this guy lit until our team kind of moves up a little bit. There's someone else here. I'm also watching to my right because I don't know if you guys noticed this, but we had a light tank like zoom up this way. I guess it was the Lux, and he spotted all these people back here in like 9-0. So I'm just noting that. I'm being careful, and that's why I'm poking up right here so that these guys don't have shots at me from back there. All right. Okay, that was an interesting play. And you can poke, when you poke this too, you also kind of spot people like through these gaps. So it kind of helps, you know, to do that. Come on. Alright, at this point I'm about to rush in. Yeah, okay. I just want to be careful of the Hetzer. Alright, let's go for it. These games really aren't the best example of how to really like use this gun, but it's okay. There we go. Clean that guy up, and that's the game. We do 604 damage, 217 assists. It's not terrible, and we still get almost 3,000 WN8 out of it, so not bad at all. Let's play another. These were low-tier games, which is good, but they're just not like the best of maps, really, in my opinion, to do damage. Yeah, that wasn't too bad. I'm trying to get enough free experience to unlock the next gun on the RHM, Borsuk, because that's the gun that does 750 a shot, and I really want it. I've been playing that tank. I'm trying to get up to the Gorilla 15, but it's going to take a while. But that's kind of my aim right now, is to get enough free experience to unlock that gun. We're getting close. I've been playing with the first gun, which is also a tier 10 gun, so it's not really that bad, right? Alright. So they have an A20 AMX ELC. Miravanka is a really good map for a light tank, in my opinion. And I'm going to play it like I would normally play it with other light tanks. There's a lot of these damn Italian TDs, man. They're all over the place at all tiers right now. So I like to, a lot of light tanks like to come up to this ridge line. I don't like that. I'm going to come over to here. What I normally do is knock down a tree. God, my throat for some reason, guys. I don't know what the heck. Just have all this like crap in here for whatever reason. So what I like to do is I will come up to, there's a tree right here. I didn't know these things were this freaking fast, man. There's a tree that you can knock down right here. I'm going to show you guys where it is. And I do this pretty much every single time now. So you're coming this way. This thing is like just fast enough to get over here in time. And you're going to knock this first tree right here. Knock it down like that. Just give yourself a couple seconds, make sure you're not lit, and poke up into this tree. And in this tree, you can see like how much freaking concealment you have. So usually this works better at higher tiers, but you know, no CVS, lack of view range, so. But 444 is pretty damn good for tier 5. I'm wondering if they sent like hardly anybody this way. Let's go ahead. A20 is here. Yeah, I can't poke this. I'm gonna be in. render range. These are some weird games, man. Like the fact that nobody comes this way, maybe they're way in the back, but there, M10. Yeah, okay. I don't know how I wasn't able to spot some of these guys. Alright, we're just going to hang around here for a minute. We don't have a lot of support coming this way, so I'm not going to get too aggressive. T-34 can do what he likes, but it's really just like the Stug and the T-67. We have the Panzer over in this corner as well, but... Wow, that Stug's quick, dude. That Stug is quick, man. So we get 185 damage out of the shots we put into the A20 there. That's fine. Okay. And really just not much to talk about here, guys. We're just kind of waiting to see like who they're sending this way. We know we have the Stug back here. Now we have STRV. I'm going to try and clean up this A20. Yeah. 33% concealment and a full tree would lead me to believe that I might not be spotted there, but I was, fortunately. Unfortunately, guys, this gun, it shoots 2 rounds at a time. So you hit the mouse and it shoots 2. I always think there's 4 rounds, so I was like trying to hold the last round there for the A20, and you just have to remember it's 2 shots, 2 shots. Like that. Okay. And here we're doing a little bit more damage. I think we can kind of hold this down, but at this point, like, the T-34 has no HP, and I'm seeing no other support. Even the Semovente is moving, so I'm going to move and get out of here while I still can, because this tank, like I said, not the fastest of vehicles, of light tank vehicles. So I'm going to run away, live to fight another day, and we will come back to probably, like, right here for now. Because I see the T-34 is still kind of trying to do something here, but we'll go like right here. In case he gets blitzed, we might be able to get a couple shots off from here. Let's knock the trees like this, and you know, this gives us more room to kind of move around here. Okay, here's DS. I'm not going to be able to get out of here. Yeah, this is a really bad idea on my part, because hopefully I can get out of here. Because backing up, there's a hill here, so I went up over the bushes. But, you know, I don't want to leave this T-34 hanging. I'm going to try and get one more round of shots into one of these vehicles. Let's go for this guy.
Enemy armor is damaged.
He's coming up. Alright, let's reload and let's go. So because my support is sitting kind of back here, we'll just go here for now, I guess. I think this is decent, right? Hopefully we can catch these guys running in. Unless they go really low, that would be a problem. Yeah, I think I'm going to move a little further, actually. Okay, here's the DS. Spotted from that? No, I don't think I would be. kind of want to try something like this just to get the right angle, because there's a hill here. I don't know if you guys noticed this. That's why I'm making the play that I'm making, because there's like a hill, so you want to make sure your view range is good. There's also a bush right here though, which kind of eliminates, like, sometimes it's tough to find the right bush. You know what I mean? I'm gonna move to right here. Hope I'm not lit. I like this bush. I was trying to find a different one, but this'll do. Go right here. We'll just hang out. We spot the Semovente. And these guys have to start dishing out damage to help us win this game. Okay. Here's the DS. So it's a good thing we moved. Like, I really like this bush, guys. I can't think of a better one. Like, just going around there, I couldn't find a better one. This one is one of the best ones. Because you're just able to spot, like, over here, you're able to spot here. Like, anyone who comes up really anywhere, you're able to light. And I think at this point, now that that guy is dead, we're going to go after the Semovente. Okay, and Matilda's next. And they have Stug there as well. Let's see if the Stug moved up. There's the Matilda. Okay. I'm just going to go right here for a second. Okay. We'll run, keep the building in between me and him. Spotted me from here. I guess so, yeah. Not as far away from this guy as I thought I was. Stug is in the back, so let's go after this guy. Alright, other people are going to clean him up. Okay. And just the Stug is left. So that's it, guys. The way you play, at least from this spawn, if you lose the east, play it just like I did. If you're in a light tank, go for this bush, and that's it. That's a 5,000 W&8 game. We did 946 damage, 611 spotting. So we'll go ahead and play one more on this video. We're at 32 minutes on the video, and we'll see what kind of game we can get into. But this is more of a, I would say, an average example of the kind of games that I get into, and you can just dish out insane amounts of damage, guys, with this gun. I would call it peekaboom. That's what I would call it. So we're, looks like, what, second by damage and second by experience or something like that, yeah. So not a bad game. And we've played 4. We're going to go ahead and play 5 on this video, which is a lot, but you know, I like to give you guys as many examples as I can of these vehicles, right, when I do play them. Just so you can kind of see different examples, right? Because there's all kinds of different maps, and there's different tiers, and you have to play things differently depending on the map and depending on who you're going up against, right? This gun only has 112 millimeters of pen on the APCRs, so like you're not going to be able to pen tier 7s reliably with with this kind of penetration. Some tier 7s, right? So we're on, what the heck is this map called? Province. On Province, like, a lot of light tanks like to go to the mid on Province, and it's not something I like to do. I get why they do it, but I just don't like the play. I'd rather take like a more aggressive approach on this map, because the mid is just, this map is all about crossfire, and I just feel like the mid becomes irrelevant as the game kind of progresses. Like, you can get some spotting and stuff, but once the TDs know they're spotted, like, they're up so high, right, that they just won't poke any further, and you won't be able to spot them. So yeah, I always like to take an aggressive approach on this map. And what I will do is come up to like K0 from this spawn. And if you die, you die. Like if someone gets really aggressive and presses you, that's fine. Look at this. Look at this team. I'm about to switch my strategy. What do you guys think? Let's see what we find up here. Honestly, like at this point, like, what am I gonna do? There's TDs here, so let's just hope that all these guys will defend me if we get pressed. There's someone right here. Here we go. Here we go. VK, VK. Okay. We're gonna throw out an F7. Hopefully these guys are gonna shoot these people. Holy crap, man. There we go. Alright, let's proxy this guy real quick. There we go. Okay. That's the way to make that work, guys. That's what you gotta do. Let's see if anybody else is here. And this is where this tank is so effective, guys. You see that? Like, just right-click, auto lock it, hit the mouse button twice, and 4 shells right into that guy, and we do like 242 damage. It's just insane. Like, if you're good with this thing, if you understand kind of how to make it work, it's just really good. And you could trade with like a tier 6, right? Because you do almost the same amount of damage if you hit all 4 shells. So this guy's getting hit. He's looking this way. 182 damage, and we're at 550 damage already. Like, it's insane. Like, I can't emphasize this enough, guys. If you play it like this, like, this tank is extremely powerful in the right hands. Extremely powerful. See if this guy takes a blind shot. He's not. Okay. Here's VK. It's fine. Let's run. Just want to be careful of what's in front of me as well. Yeah, like right here. Okay, I gotta watch for Artie too, though, so I might as well just sit right here and die. Right. Okay, here's VK. Yeah, he's got the derp gun. But like at this point, guys, like it's 11 to 3. Like, we're not going to win this game. Really, it's just the amount of damage we're going to be able to get out of this situation. And unfortunately, we weren't able to get too much more. But still, we did 726 damage, 993 assist. And for this vehicle, that's not bad at all. I would say I definitely do more damage on average in this vehicle. I think I average 940 damage or so in this tank. So if this kind of gives you an idea of how easy it is to basically pad damage in this tank, there you go. I mean, we had bad games in terms of damage, and these were still good games, right, by the standards of XVM. So let's stick around for the end of this, quick game. And then we'll take a look at the end score, and that'll be it, guys. I think we're at like 40 minutes now, so this has been a full video for sure. Wolverine. Yeah, man. I can honestly say that this team was not prepared for this battle at all. But I think we did pretty decent, all things considered, right? Like getting almost 1,000 spotting, we had to rely on our TDs there, but like the whole entire team sat at the base, and you just can't do that. Like that will only work on a handful of maps, and on this map it doesn't work. So there we go. Nothing blind. We're top by experience, what, third by damage or something. And over the course of 5 battles, we averaged 569 damage with this vehicle, 695 assist. I think the mark did go down a bit. We're still at 97 something percent. And the A20, we did 935 damage, 578 assist in 1 battle. So we're at 97.86% on the A20, and we are at 97.93% on the Convenator. Oh well, I probably won't get up to 100% again on the A20. I did at one point. Maybe we won't make it for the Convenator either, but I gave it my best shot, guys. Alright, that's it. I will go ahead and catch you guys for the next video. Hope you enjoyed it, and stay tuned, guys. I'm going to keep bringing videos out. Just had a lot of overtime, and also we had a problem with the gas in our house, so yeah, it was a nightmare, but I wasn't really able to get around to making videos. Take care, guys. Bye-bye now.